heard that being a multilingual or bilingual has lots of benefits for kids. Here to discuss some of the advantages, Alexandra May from Rhyme and Reason Early Learning. Alexandra, one or more languages.
Right. So bilingual would imply two at a time, multilingual, but some people have 3, 4, 5 languages.
And once you get going on one, is it easier to just stack on a few
It is,
more?
yeah, especially if you learn it in childhood.
Okay.
We're born as citizens of the world. In infancy, we're able to think and hear and distinguish sounds and process them across all the universal languages. And so the more we're exposed to them in childhood, the easier it becomes to learn them. Whereas after about the age of 8 months, so quite young, we begin to narrow our perception of languages to more accurately reflect the ones that we hear every day. So if you hear just one language every day, you become very good in that one language. And if you're hearing multiple languages every day,
you pick those up just so very easily.
Yeah.
Well, that presents a pickle for the parents. What if the parents are not bi or multilingual?
That's if one parent has one language and another parent has another. Well, I mean, it's difficult for them between each other, but obviously they've worked it out. But it's great for their kid. That means that they're going to have a lot of benefits of multilingualism later in life, and they'll be able to learn some language from their children as well.
Can you just plant the seed? So if you have a parent who is just English speaking, but maybe has a French book. Can you just plant a few seeds and throw a few words in? Is that doing the same training for the child's brain?
It is important for our children to learn languages from fluent, confident speakers of those languages. Okay. So you can try sprinkling in some words with the hopes that later your children will learn from somebody else. If they're going to a multilingual school, or if you have friends or family who speak other languages, absolutely throw in words that they're going to hear with those families.
But the big benefit comes from the confident, fluent speaker.
That's right. If we're learning language from somebody who is a little bit slower at that language because they have to translate it their own
the halting speech,
or there's some inaccurate pronunciation, our kids are going to learn that same thing.
Okay, so what about when they're in school? What if you send them to, we're speaking English in school, grade 3, grade 4, you're like, oh, I wonder, how old is too late?
You know what, there is an understanding, a popular understanding of an optimal window of opportunity for language learning, and it kind of ranges from 7 to 12 years, but basically as the younger our brains are, the more flexible they are and the easier they are able to take in new information. And the older and less flexible our brains get, the more set we become in our ways. So after puberty is kind of when they say you learn the ability to hear sounds in different languages and to speak them and sound like a native speaker. Having said that, it's never really too late.
No, anybody could do it. But for those maximum benefits, and it's not just brain, it is social, physical, intellectual.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to learning other languages. Like you said, it makes you, it has some great implications for social skills, being able to communicate with new people and to travel to new places and think in new ways. And it keeps our brains more flexible. So if you're learning later in life, or if you learn early, you process languages through the whole brain. Yeah. Usually when we're monolingual, we process primarily through the left part of our brain. But if we speak multiple languages, we're processing all over our brain and in different centers, and that has great implications for delaying the onset of dementia.
Absolutely.
Brain injury too. There's actually some great research into relateralizing our brain if you're injured on one side and able to process language through the other side, because you have more than one, you recover language a lot quicker.
Sign me up. Awesome information, Alexandra. Thank you so much. Get those kids talking in the different languages. rhymeandreason.ca. You can pick up the latest edition of Calgary's Child magazine all around Calgary. Like them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter.